y'all? What it is, what it do? It's your girl, Brittany. Freedom! And make sure y'all click the link down in the description box to become a paid member on my Patreon. Alright, y'all, let's go and get into today's video, which is everything Zeus. To be honest, everything Zeus. So let's get into it. So first things first, y'all know why Krishan is up here. Bitch, Blueface is out of the clinker. The laws do not have him no more. To freedom! He is out and he is, back living his life. So I know all y'all have seen the videos basically of him getting out. He first things first is to the kids. He's accepted Junior. He got Junior all in his hands. He at the arcade with the little girl and the other little boy. He just being a father. And I'm looking at his face, child. Ooh, I know the children was in shock when they first seen his face. Hopefully he gets something to get all that rubbish up off of him. Thank you. Hopefully, because the face looks a mess. But anyways, so obviously, he out of jail. And Krishan goes to the studio with him, kissing on his back. I'm like, girl, it ain't even giving a shower. Like, no shade. But she kissing on his back, everything. Before I get into that, let me say this. The fact that he was able to be in jail for, I guess, 2 years. I didn't even know it was that long. But he was in jail for a while. And he still got his house. That nigga still got his house. I think Jaden even still stay in the house that he bought her. His money long. His money is long. I definitely wonder, now that he is out, will Zeus cut that check to get another Crazy in Love? Because I definitely think they can go for another Crazy in Love. And I wouldn't mind seeing another Crazy in Love. Especially, 3 years later. Let's see how he is, as a father, a boyfriend. How is he balancing? I would love to see another Blueface baby. Yeah, I would love to see another Blueface baby show. It definitely seems as though now he has calmed down a lot. Everybody ain't bitches and hoes like they was before he went to jail. I definitely think he's seen who was there for him, and he has a little more respect for certain people now because, he's seen who was down for him, who wasn't, obviously. But overall, I'm here for the drama. I'm here for the mess. I really am. Jaden said, she was acting crazy behind her kids. It didn't give act crazy behind the kids. It definitely didn't. It gave stand over there in the corner with the mama. But I'm glad they didn't fight with the kids, all that stuff. The drama is back. And, to an extent, I am excited to see it. One thing I can say, the pussy is still definitely Blueface, baby. The pussy is definitely still his. Because the way she jump, skip, hop, leap through, did the Dougie and told him to watch that baby and let her go be with her nigga. Bitch, still blind to the dick. Still got, he making me shit. That bitch just kissing on his dirty ass back. I said, this bitch ain't missed a beat. I'm excited to see the Dangerously in Love. I really am. And I definitely want to see if Zeus gonna pick that up. Especially, right now. Girl, move baddies out the way. Move baddies out the way. Okay, now let's get into Krishan being back on Baddies. Her and Tasiki. So they did, put out a little teaser because it definitely wasn't a trailer. They just gave the girls' first looks, which we're going to get into some of their looks. Some, but not all. So, Krishan is not fighting on there from what I see. Doesn't look like she's fighting. I think she does hit Summer. That was a rumor, allegedly, that her and Summer got into it a little bit. But obviously, we did see when they slowed the fights down that Summer fought, or Tasiki was fighting Summer twice. And we finna get into everything else that, unraveled with that. But, no shade, y'all. I don't want to see that. Girl, I don't care about them fighting Summer. I want to see y'all fight each other. And I know, the family police is going to get in the comments and be like, y'all are sick. Y'all want to see family be destructive and not care about each other, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're right. I do. If they keep want to go on Baddies and get a check, a Donald Trump check, You absolutely right. I would prefer to see them to knock each other loose, okay? Absolutely. Okay, if y'all gonna keep coming on here with y'all family trauma and all this crying, at least show me who can fight better. Thank you. My thing is this, they always come on to our TV with their drama. They're getting paid allegedly hundreds of thousands of dollars to continuously exploit themselves. And I don't really want to hear much about Jesus and, the baby. Or even what y'all had going on as children. The sister was supposed to sue you. She never sued you. Y'all came back on the show. It seems as though she keep wanting to fight your friend. I'm like, hit her too. No shade. Hit the person who brought her. Your sister. You wanted her to put the baby down. The baby's gone. Baby's gone. Get her. Get her. Bum rush her. Like, I'm just saying, because if they continuously want to be on our TV screen, want to be with each other, last season y'all was ready to do it. Well, Tasiki was ready to do that. Now it's no suing. Like, I don't really care about the family, the sister. I feel like been there, done that. Y'all got the checks for it. We've heard y'all talk about it 1,000 times. We've seen y'all get back together 1,000 times. Get into it 1,000 times. Hit each other. Fight. Tasiki, show us what you taught her. No shade. I'm going to get off that topic because I don't want to go too deep. But moving forward and moving on. Now, as y'all know, Summer and Dolly are no longer friends. And honestly, as much as they get on the internet to dog each other out, I definitely think they are crying on the inside. I definitely do think that, the girls are hurt. And I don't think they are going to come back from this. I don't think that they'll ever be that close because they did put hands and feet on each other. So in my opinion, they're not going to ever get back that cool. Y'all know women don't shake back like that. Maybe if you on Now That's TV, you do. But in the real world, women do not shake. But like, bitch, if I put my hands on you, and if you damn sure put your hands on me, we is never going to be friends again, okay? Next caller, we will never be cool like that. Certain things you just can't come back from. So, I believe that all this started early on in the friendship. Now, put on your seatbelt because we're finna go on a ride of my thought and my predictions on what happened. Okay, so early on, as y'all know, and my memory could be mistaken me, girl. I don't keep up with every little thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if I'm not mistaken, when everything first started, like when Summer, Lex, and Dolly all got on the scene, I think that Summer and Lex were friends first. And then, gradually, Summer became cool with Dolly. And that's what made all three of them be the big three. Okay, great. The first season, Dolly really wasn't giving much. She really was, just there for a while her first season. By the end of the season, I feel like she got the same phone call conversation that Diamond had. Was like, hey, if you don't fight, they will get rid of you. So then she started to fight, and then that's when we found out that she was very fragile. 1 minute her toenail broke off, the next minute her hand messed up, all this and that. So then they come on to Baddies Africa. I think to an extent, we had already said that Lex needed to develop more personality. I don't know what we said Dolly needed to develop. I don't know if we was really studying Dolly like that. I don't really remember. I just remember we was just like, damn, she is super fragile. That was the big thing with Dolly. Was like, she was just so fragile. Like, it was just like crazy. Every time she got to find something was wrong with her. Every time you look up, even her just walking down the street, something was wrong with her. Like, oh my God. Her and Diamond have like the worst luck. Because something's always wrong with them. Simple. So, she comes back on Baddies Africa. And to me, this is like when we as the fans did not like her. This is when we really collectively all just stopped really caring for her like that. So, when she came on Baddies Africa, she started showing a different side of herself. It was way more forced. It gave like a Summer 2.0. As y'all know, Summer then had to leave because her and the security guard allegedly got defined. So once she left, it was like she then took on the persona of Summer. It was like she tried to embody Summer while Summer was gone, imitate her, and obviously it just didn't work out in her favor because we didn't need two Summers. We wanted a break from Summer, and we just wanted regular Dolly. But Dolly didn't want to give us her and Summer thrown together. Then we started, picking up how she was ducking smoke. When it came to Ivory, she never wanted to fight Ivory, but she wanted to continuously get in the field with Cole, Rican, and Tavi, but never Ivory. She wanted to be at her fullest capability when it comes to Ivory, but as soon as Ivory leave, you then all of a sudden know how to fight again, and you fight Cole Killer. Now, Baddies Africa went their way. It was the Big 3 season. But now, Baddies USA, to me, brought in the big dogs, which is, obviously it's Krishan, Tasiki, people like that. When they bring in the big dogs, if you don't have that personality, if you really don't have that umph about you, you gonna get out the way. You gonna sit down because you already know, hey, the big dogs is speaking. Let me shut up. Let me either get cool with them or, figure something out. So, first of all, early on in the season, she already, while they was filming, she had already kind of let it be known that she was cool with Tasiki. Like, her and Tasiki ain't have no beef. But the thing about it was Tasiki won her phase with you. So, it really didn't need to, not resolve whatever issue y'all had. You know that you can't mess with Tasiki. You already know Tasiki really got hands like that. We seen her KO you and security brought you back to life within 2 seconds of each other. We had already seen it. We already know that. So when Baddies USA came around, you had already put your P's and Q's together that you was not finna go out your way to fight Tasiki. And obviously Zeus fell out with Ivory, and Ivory is supposed to be returning, but Ivory hasn't returned yet. So number one, it's big dog season. What they was doing on Baddies Africa is never gonna fly on Baddies USA. Not on no day. And some of them girls can't even fight. But you just not giving it up in certain people's face like that. You not taking nobody through that in certain people's face. You just ain't giving it in certain people's face, like I said. So first things first, this is why I think it started to become too much for her. So obviously we seen in the trailer that, Tasiki was fighting Summer or whatever. They said in the blogs allegedly that Lex nor Dolly was helping Summer. Now obviously we know Lex don't necessarily jump in. Now she'll take a fade for you, but she's not just taking the fade with any and everybody. She pick and choose, what fade she want to pick up. When it comes to her friends, she picks and chooses. When it came to Ivory last season, she didn't fight Ivory for her friends. But when it came to Tavi, she wanted to fight Tavi. She never minded getting in the field behind her friends when it came to Tavi. But this season, it gave, you all gonna run your own fade. I'm gonna run my fade, and y'all run y'all's. But they said that this season, allegedly, Lex ain't been giving nothing. Lex been sitting down, looking cute. She finally look cute. But they said she just been sitting down. She ain't been fighting or doing much or nothing. Okay, cool. So, again, Summer fought Tasiki. They said that Summer felt some type of way about Tasiki fighting her and her friends not jumping in, not doing nothing. I guess just standing around watching her get beat up. They saying, friend, you're going to take that one for yourself. So they said that she felt some type of way. I personally don't think that she felt some type of way towards Lex. I think she felt some type of way towards Dolly. Because when she would be fighting somebody or jumping, she jumped with Dolly. She didn't jump with Lex. Lex ain't jumping. More so Dolly jumping. Her and Dolly was with the jumping more so than Lex. Lex stood by some type of morals. Now that they're on a new season, they knew they couldn't jump. They knew that jumping stuff was not gonna fly. So Dolly ends up saying in one of her videos that they were saying, we all gonna stand together so we won't all fall together. But I end up saying, I feel like she said that, but they didn't stand on that when it came down for them to stand with each other, in my opinion. It's different when y'all find folks that y'all know can't really fight and, get with y'all program. And then y'all have people on the other hand that can actually get with y'all program and give y'all a little work and y'all wasn't going for that. And mind you, these people that probably can beat y'all up as well. So I think, you know, okay, yeah, we all in the mindset, but after Tasiki hit Summer, then, you know, all that went out the window. Because everybody like, well, you was the one talking about her foes, all of this, all of that. So, no, we ain't finna jump in that. Picking and choosing, you know, when the sisterhood was going to be real, in my opinion. So, I think that was the start, in my opinion. That was the start, when they didn't jump in Summer fight. So, Dolly was getting booed on the stage at one point. Not only was she getting booed on the stage, just the same week that Natalie got into it with Lemmy about the whole security, you know, booing Dolly too on the stage. And I think, you know, obviously we fans, so it's a key to us. But I think behind the scenes, the booing kind of messed her up. Not only that, she knew, like, we was going to say that she was scared to get over to Tasiki, but to fight everybody else, because we already been saying that she was scared to fight Ivory, but fought the other girl. So you already got that stigma on you. Plus, you go on the stage, run me that, they booing you. The insecurity on the floor add to the boos, you know, and you see him every day. You might not have thought that y'all had a problem, or if y'all did have a problem in the background, now it's amplified because you up here booing me. So, she ends up going on Instagram saying, like, she's done, but then she came out and said that she was trolling. I don't think she was trolling. I think that it started actually getting to her. And again, we, as a collective of the Zeus community, a lot of us don't care for her. A lot of us don't like her. I've always said that Dolly don't have to come back. So, I think, you know, you getting booed on the stage, you not defending your friend. People always saying that, you know, you pick and choose. I think that started really getting to her, honestly. Not only that, every time you fight, you fractured. You know, I think all that started getting to her. So, again, another point that she made in her video, she said she always knew at some point the big three would be no more. I personally think that she always knew that she was the outcast of the big three. I think the big two was Summer and Lex. Lex as the fighter, Summer as the personality. When you didn't walk your thin ass up in there, you know, you tried to be a mix of them where you could fight and you gave personality, but you never stuck, you know, with the crew. Mind you, at one point, I remember it was her birthday. She had a birthday party. Natalie went, but Summer and Lex was together, and they didn't go. So I think she always knew that she was never necessarily in they clique, but you know, you in the clique, but you just got to the clique. They gonna stand together as friends, and then it's gonna be you. I think she always knew that she wasn't really a part of the big three. You were a part of the big three, but you didn't have that same connection as them two. And they built the foundation of the big three, and they just brought your ass in. I think it was more so like that. So, boom, she ends up fighting Summer, Cole, and Tavi, but she fought Summer last. And, you know, too, they did say during the season she did fight Tinka. Now, I don't know how that went, but other than Tinka, she really wasn't fight nobody like that for real. But Cole, she really wasn't fight nobody like that from what I heard. Now, this is what I heard. So, her fighting Summer. I think, number one, as far as entertainment, that needed to happen. We don't always need the big three. We need somebody to fall out. You know, obviously, always in the three, in the cliques, somebody fall out. Whether it be Natalie and Scotty fell out, it be Anna and Biggie fell out. Now, it was just y'all trying to fall out. Summer and Dolly. The only thing is, when a fallout happened and then people start putting their hands on each other, they can never come back from it. It's something about when you put your hands on somebody, y'all cannot come back from it, especially with women. You know, obviously, when it came to Anna and Biggie, you know, they didn't put hands on each other, so they didn't fall out. But obviously, like Scotty and Natalie, they are not the same. They're not cool like that. You know, so we know that. Then Summer supposedly got her friends and everything else involved, allegedly like that. Dolly is fully wrapped up her time on Baddies USA. So yeah, it's a lot. The drama is hot, piping hot. So I can't wait to see this play out. I definitely think Dolly gonna be ducking. more than wreck in this bitch. I definitely think she's going to be ducking. She ends up saying, you know, Zeus, just give me my check for my reunion. Just come with my check for the reunion. Let's see how the season play out, and we will see if she actually needs a check for the reunion. We're gonna see how the season play out, because girl, if it wasn't given, it didn't give, you know. If you really wasn't about it and you just fought them sprinkled in here and there, I don't think they need to bring you back. But overall, I definitely think Baddies USA is the last time that we probably be seeing Dolly. All right, let's move to Scotty, hold the body, Cinderella herself. Let's move to her. I definitely think that her relationship is going to ruin the season. It's been too much of the real CEO baddie himself coming into play. I definitely believe that we are finna see a new Scotland. I care what nobody say. Cinderella has gotten her mother glass slipper on you hoes. And she's about to come out and show you how Cinderella handles business and stands on business. Let me tell y'all, this is the first time, because y'all know they've been together for a while, allegedly. And mind you, they've been having to play secret. Kiki, no. Baby, now that she can show her man, prepare yourself. Put the seatbelt on now for the new Scotty with the body. Because I'm telling y'all, it's about to be a different person. Like, all the way around. Mind you, she having one-on-ones in Italy with Jayla while the cast is somewhere else. First of all, shout out to Jayla. Happy that Jayla is able to sit pretty with her homegirl. I'm glad she picked the right homegirl, okay? Not the homegirl who want her to fight and beat everybody up for her to get a little check. But the homegirl that can actually take her to Louis Vuitton and get the wine, and she ain't got to do too much with play kiki kaka in a scene. I said, bitch, play it, Jayla. Play it, Jayla. I know that's right. I'm so happy for Jayla. If I ain't happy for nobody else, I'm happy for Jayla. Okay? I don't want Jayla fighting. I don't care what it's about. I don't want her fighting. I don't want her doing all that. I want Jayla to get her check, make her money, and spend Lemmy's money with Scotty. Simple. That's what I want her to do. I want her to kiki cackle, play like she like him a little bit. Oh, Lemmy's so funny, yeah. And get 3 and 4 bags on him. Simple. That's what I want Jayla to do. Okay? I don't want to see Jayla fight. I feel like they tore her up, the last 2 seasons that she was on. I felt like they did a lot on Jayla. So this season, I don't want her no mess. I want her collecting her check and being Scotty's +1. Okay? That's all I want her to do. Be the damn dog holder. I just don't want her fighting. I want her kiki cackling. And when they had to come in the scene, she hit. I'm not a fighter. I don't want her to give the other one no type of attention. Nathaniel. I really want Jayla just be sitting pretty. But let's get back to Cinderella. I'm telling y'all, Cinderella. Y'all think that she just I'm not a fighter. Don't let her on me, victim. Watch that dog come out. Now she can roof on you bitches. Okay? Because think about it. She was playing small for a long time. Long time she been playing this. No, I'm not with him. It gotta be a secret. All this, all that. Now that he can love her openly, and she can, my man, my baby, and she can really be in it, baby, watch closely. This is how you trick. This is how you be the underdog and be the big dog. She played the long game. The long game, I tell you. She played the long game. She ate that. You ate that. Nobody seen you were going to be on top but you, bitch. You ate that. So, y'all prepare yourselves now. Because the diva Who is the diva? Scotty is going to be the diva. I definitely believe that Scotty, hold the body, is going to come up in here and shake the room. And she not going to fight. I bet she's not going to be all that. Lex want to beat her and all that. Girl, you're not hearing Scotty no more. Like, all that, do it for Natalie. I ain't going to do it. All that's over with now. Allegedly. Now, let me talk about Natalie and Lemmy. Let me just put this on the table. As much as I say Sway and T-Lo and them want to be stars, you better believe that Lemmy Plummer, Mr. Lemon Pepper himself, wants to be a star. He is the ultimate baddie. Okay? He's the baddie of the baddies. And I mean that. Honest to God, my truth is he owns baddies. I don't think Natalie owns her show. I don't. Because when he said that he wanted all that hooning and hollering to stop and that he wasn't going to continue to allow her to just say whatever she want to say and she not finna just keep coming at him or, putting out his business like that, I think he very much so meant it, and you barely have heard anything from Natalie since. I don't think that she owns the show. And if she does, I think she owns like an amount. I don't think she owns the full thing, because the way he continuously shows her that he's the real CEO and you just the face is hilarious. He continues to let her know, like, this ain't that. This not your stuff. This my stuff. You the face, you cool. And yeah, you quote unquote CEO. I let you rock. I let you do your thing because you brought me something that's made me more than enough money. But let's be clear, this Big Daddy over here, okay? No, it's mine. And if you keep saying something out the way, I'm not gonna be too nice about it next time. And I definitely think he dropped the balls on her then. Let her know, hey, I'm kind of getting tired of playing with you. Because mind you, him and Akbar got into it. Akbar ended up saying that he's catty. He is catty. So I definitely think, this time when they got into it about the security and the brother-in-law and, her just going on her rants and everything, I think the last post, he made it very clear to her. I don't care what you talking about. I don't care what you think. You say something else, you will be dealt with. It is consequences. And like I said, you haven't really necessarily heard her say anything else. Now, what would be the consequences? What would be that? Because we don't have no paperwork that she owned her show. We've seen for years that she struggled with certain people coming back. When it comes to Scotty, she didn't want Scotty back for a while. She didn't want Rolly back. Like, she didn't necessarily want all these people to keep coming back on her show. Anna, like, she really had to put her foot down when it came to Anna. For a while, he was like, nah, Anna gonna stay. She had to literally, like, get into a big shabonya with him to get Anna from up out there. She meant that. And, even on Baddies, they made Rolly started taking over a little bit, and Natalie started, to become distant. I definitely think within the next maybe 2-3 years, it's going to be a lot of changes with Baddies. I think to an extent, it's going to start coming down. The money is good, but the problems are bigger. It's so much that's going on over there. And I do think to an extent, when Natalie was talking about the security and the brother-in-law, you can't take everything to the internet. Because who the hell is we? HR? We ain't HR, girl. We can't say nothing to that man. Even though y'all kiki cackle with us, when it comes to business and behind the scenes to an extent, girl, we can't do nothing to help you. Okay, you just gonna have public opinion, but other than that, it's nothing that we can do. Why you keep, no shade telling us when we can't do nothing to help you? But to me, I feel like when he told her, hey, it's only so much I'm going to continue to deal with as far as these little rants that you taking, I think she, started to get the picture that he wasn't playing. And not only was he wasn't playing, he wasn't playing with her. And, when he said it could be consequences, what could be the consequences? Like, after he said that, she didn't go on no more rants and be like, what's the consequences? You can't do nothing to me, da-da-da. It wasn't none of that. So, to me, I don't know if she was desperate early on in her career as far as baddies going. And maybe that is why she's adventuring out to do the plush dolls and, to do the games and stuff like that. Because she might actually own that without Zeus. Zeus probably don't get no benefit from them games and the plush dolls and her doing her music and stuff like that. They probably don't make no money off of that stuff. But the money that she's making great money. Don't get me wrong. Natalie is a workaholic. She doing what she needs to do. But I don't think she's making more than Lemmy. I think if they took it to court, I think that she could pay her lawyers, and her money is long, but I don't think it's as long as his. I think he can fight her till he die. If he really wanted to, about owning that stuff. And I think that's why she has to put up what she put up with, because she don't own it. Because with Jocelyn, somebody pointed this out a while ago. With Jocelyn can get rid of girls left, right, center. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, can't bat an eye. Because she actually owns her show. It shows paperwork and everything that she owns her show. So with her owning Jocelyn Cabaret, and she just put it on Lemmy's platform, obviously it's a difference. So he really don't have a control of the remote control of Jocelyn. That's why you don't too much see him around, in my opinion. He probably is there, but he ain't there how he is with Baddies. And I would say this too, Baddies pays the bills. Jocelyn's show, I like the way you are, probably pay the water bill for the damn building. But Baddies pays the mortgage, the car notes, really pay the cars in full. Baddies pay for all that. And with that, that's, to me, the only reason why him and Natalie continue to even be partners, quote unquote. Because I think if Baddies did the numbers that Jocelyn show does, he would have been dropped up. Because, it don't really, it make noise. It's a commercial. I feel like people do like Jocelyn shows, but people fiend and fly to Baddies. I have yet to see a Jocelyn's Cabaret audition. They might have it, but I don't think they do. But I've yet to see her do an audition. I've yet to see them do a Jocelyn's USA or anything, or Jocelyn's All-Stars, because who would care? But with Baddies, we are continuously saying, bring this BGC girl back. Oh, do this girl here, or I like that girl there. We are continuously being fed Baddies. Do we always want to eat Baddies? No, we don't. But regardless if we are full of Baddies or not, we're still going to watch the next season. We're still going to tune in. That's why they're consistent with Baddies. They're consistently giving us something. Now that Baddies Africa reunion is over, he gave us the teaser. Next week he's going to give us the trailer. Or this week he's going to give us the trailer. And then after that, we're going to get the first episode. Or they might take a break and then give us the first episode. So I definitely feel like the only reason that she still is being bothered with this is because of the money. And I think her pride is too big for her to tell us that she don't own that show. Because I really don't believe that Natalie owned that show. I just think if she owned it, you would see, you could tell that she owned it. Not saying that she's not going to have people in her ear, or, people saying like, oh, I think we should bring this person, I think we should bring that person. But it's just the overall, like, how he even talks to her or acknowledges her online. I don't think that he would be moving that way if he didn't own it. If he was partial owner, different. But I think he owns Baddies. He just allows her to be the face. And maybe, the way their contract is set up is that he will own the show and she can own anything with the show, like the plush dolls and stuff like that. Now, let's get into some looks. Let's get into some more things. Now, first things first, we got to talk about Lex. Lex finally looks amazing. Baby, thank God. Y'all know I've been dogging Lex out every season. I'm like, oh my God, child. Are you slow? What's going on? But when I tell y'all Lex looks so good, she looks so good. That girl look good, child. I love the look. The look looks so good. She looks amazing. It's the best I have seen Lex. I hope she keeps it up. I hope whoever her stylist is doing what they need to do. Because when I seen this look, she shocked me. I said, what the hell is that? She looked that good. Now, Tinker looks great. The only thing I have to say about Tinker is when it came to the fights, you seen Tinker in damn near every fight. Tinker has clocked in. She needs her baddie check. Tinker says she gonna work for her check. They never is gonna put her or not put her off a season or make her take a break. Tinker is fighting for her check, baby. When I tell you, Tinker said drop the low, drop the low, drop the low. Tinker has clocked in, ready, getting everybody. She ain't got Tommy, Cole, Dolly. She ain't ducking no wreck up in here, baby. She is going to get her coin. I said, now that's who clocked in to work. Tinker is clocked in, ready to work, y'all. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. Oh, and Tavi, her outfit looked at a mess. I know y'all seen her. Tavi looked at the food. She looked at a hot food, girl. I said, girl, this is why they ain't even bring her back. And Cole looked cute too, but I don't feel like putting that picture up. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye.